evening, and happy Friday, USA, International, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, Queens. This is your man, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, creator, YouTuber, host with the most, unstoppable independent podcaster, misunderstood lonely nomad, the man who holds the back doors of the Q5 and N24 buses, and of course, Queens, New York native, also a New York Mets fan from Laurelton, Queens, New York. And yes, you now rocking, tuning in, streaming, and watching the 125th episode of the review show Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast. The space, the entertainment space where we go over some TV shows, movies, you have games, upcoming games coming up and everything else in between, including segments. Live and direct from StreamYard alongside with YouTube. And if you are new to the YouTube channel page, welcome to the show. Go ahead and grab that subscribe button for me on the YouTube channel page of Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, and enable alerts so you'll know when each podcast episode recording will start with the date, day, and time. All right. And also, leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and all that great stuff right there. And also, um, be sure to, if you missed out on any new episodes, don't worry. You can catch up on the episodes by listening, streaming, and watching the episodes, especially on especially on streaming platforms, which includes Spotify for podcasters. Spotify, you have Odyssey, Audible, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and of course YouTube, wherever you listen and get your podcasts. All right. Now I have addressed something on two of my other podcast shows already, and the reason why I'm not using Instagram Live right now is because I've been dealing with a scammer who who made up this claim that my Amazon Prime account was suspended or whatever due to some fake payments, fake orders, and all that other shit that I had to deal with. And of course, I had to deal with you know job related stuff, including the current job that I'm at right now. It's about to go out of business. Long story. I am searching for a job right now. Actually, I already applied to like 12 applications already, and I already got rejected by three so far. So, um, but anyway, I digress on that shit. I just want to address this in case anybody's wondering why I'm not on Instagram Live on the podcast show page. I will have to make uh, a, a purchase for another Android tablet. So, in a couple of days actually. So, it'll have to wait. So, by the time I get the new Android tablet, I will do a recap and circle back on the topics that's being discussed in this episode and upcoming episodes in the future and stuff. So, um, that's my way of apologizing to all the listeners out there and why it took so long. So, and a lot of times I do take breaks. I don't mean to take a long break, but you know, to actually take care of my mental health and stuff. So that's pretty much what that is. So now that I got that out the way, I'd like to um, now that I got that out the way, Yo, listen, man. How is everybody's week? I hope everybody's doing all right. I hope everybody's like, you know, handling the heat wave with some water, going to cooling centers, going by the fire hydrant, getting water and all that other stuff, and being able to get some electrolytes from Gatorade and other drinks whatsoever. And I hope y'all staying cool whatsoever with the air conditioner and stuff. So you know what I mean? And tomorrow is going to be the last day of this heat wave. It's probably going to be some scattered showers tomorrow by the time I get out of work. So I am prepared. I already have a poncho in my bag right now. Um, so I am well equipped. So I'm pretty good to go. So there you go, right there. Um, all right. Without further ado, what do you say we go into some? What do you say we go into some music Kool-Aid for a sec right here, and we can actually go over the hip hop histories of each music artist who already came out with an album already, and that's what we're gonna do today. So um, that's what we're gonna do today. So let me just set this up with my sound effects. Um, Give me a moment. Don't worry, I'm still here. All right, all right, here we go. All right, let's get into it right here. All right, so today's music Kool-Aid segment, we're gonna be talking about a particular we're gonna be reviewing a particular music artist who came out with Party and Bullshit. All right, we're gonna get into it right here. So so let's get into it here. And of course, hip hop's history, um, in regards to Biggie Smalls, of course, actually. Yeah, he came out with it in the 90s, actually. So, in the summer of 1993, a young record exec who was known as Puff Daddy, now known as Diddy, started a label called Bad Boy Records, which premiered two records to launch the label. The first being the premiere track from the legendary Notorious B.I.G., aka Biggie Smalls, called Party and Bullshit. The song appeared on the soundtrack of Who's the Man, a movie with hip hop's Who's Who, starring Yo MTV Raps, Ed Lover, and Dr. Dre. Biggie Smalls became one of the most prolific MCs in the history of the culture and is arguably one of the best that the game has ever seen. Before B.I.G. became notorious, Biggie and Junior Mafia were only about party and bullshit. Salute to B.I.G., Diddy, Bad Boy, and the whole Brooklyn. All right, we got another one that we need to talk about too. We got another one that we need to talk about too, actually. And this is pertaining to Big Daddy Kane. All right, so produced exclusively by Behind the Boards legend Marley. Long Live the King was the highly anticipated first full length project of then Brooklyn newcomer King King Asiatic, Nobody's Equal. And this is from the Source website, in case anybody's wondering. This Source 5 Mic Classic was named one of our top 100 best rap albums. This album is one of the most influential projects of its era, affect, affectionately called the Golden Era, and shares the spotlight with EPMD's Strictly Business, Slick Rick's the Great Adventures of, and MC Light's Light as a Rock. Tracks such as Ain't No Half Steppin', Raw, and Just Rhyming with Biz, who initially introduced Kane to the game, were just a few of the gems on this timeless classic that will forever be etched in the minds of hip hop aficionados. Salute to Kane and company for giving the fans this solid, flawless piece of hip hop history. All right, so, all right, now, now that I got that out the way, what do you say we go over some movies? We go over and review some movies, shall we? Yes. We do that right after. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Yes. Movie Man Cave Popcorn, man. We got some movies to review and all that great stuff right there. So, um, there you have it right there. I'm gonna actually do this. Hold on. All right. All right. Let's go over the first movie in this review, Punch Drunk Love. I think I may have seen this movie before, but I'm not too sure. But um, anyway, Punch Drunk Love is a 2002 American absurdist romantic comedy drama film written and directed by Paul Thomas Anderson and starring Adam Sandler, Emily Watson, and Philip Seymour Hoffman. It follows an entrepreneur with social anxiety who falls in love with his sister's co-worker. The film was produced by Revolution Studios and New Line Cinema and distributed by Columbia Pictures. Um, Luis Guzman is included in the movie as well. And this, and the budget for the movie was $25 million, and unfortunately, it may have flopped to $24.7 million. After working on his third film, Magnolia, Anderson planned to make his next film around 90 minutes, with Sandler in mind as the lead due to Anderson's love for him and his films. It features the video art of Jeremy Blake in the form of visual interludes. The film received positive reviews from critics, with Sandler's performance receiving widespread acclaim. However, the film was a box office bomb, failing to recoup its $25 million production budget at the box office. Damn, damn. That's gotta suck right there, man. Wow, wow. WOW. All right, so I had to do it though, man. I had to fucking do it. I had to. That shit is so crazy to me, man. Wow. Retrospectively, retrospectively, Punch Drunk Love is viewed as a favorite film of several prominent film directors and actors, and was seen as a launchpad for Sandler to pursue dramatic or unconventional film roles outside of his usual mainstream comedies, and is widely regarded as one of the greatest movies of the 2000s and the 21st century. Um, let's see. So let's see. Should I go with after the success of Magnolia, Paul Thomas Anderson stated that he was determined to make his next film night 19, 19 minutes long, and stated that he wanted to cast Adam Sandler in this film. After establishing his style with his previous films, he wanted to challenge himself within the parameters of a 90-minute long romantic comedy. Anderson is a fan of Sandler's comedies and said his love for his films became obsession level. After seeing and enjoying Sandler's 1999 film Big Daddy, he was determined to make a film with Sandler as a lead, saying, "He's always just made me laugh. He gets me. I wanted a piece of him." He specifically wrote Drunk Punch Love with Sandler and Emily Watson in mind. Anderson had to convince producer Joanne Seller who was befuddled with his desire to cast Sandler that he was the right person for the job. Anderson took inspiration for Barry Egan's characterization from watching the Saturday Night Live, the Best of Adam Sandler compilation DVD, primarily with the skit The Denise Show, saying, in quote, I saw this Best of Adam Sandler DVD from Saturday Night Live, and an amazing thing happened. There's this moment when he's doing this talk show called The Denise Show about his ex girlfriend who left him, and his father calls up and says, what are you doing? You are embarrassing the family. And Adam goes into this fit of rage, screaming at his father. And honest to God, I saw this moment where it appears as if the whites of his eyes turn black and they roll back in his head. It was like he just lost his mind. I would play it back over and over, and you can see him kind of snap back to reality. The audience is laughing, and it's almost like he finally started to hear them laughing a few seconds later. Anderson described the film as an art house Adam Sandler film, while film critic Roger Ebert felt Anderson deconstructed the Adam Sandler movies and put them back together again in a new way at a different level. In writing the elements of the healthy choice, frequent flyer miles subplot line, Anderson was inspired by the real life story of David Phillips, who successfully amassed over a million frequent flyer miles from buying $3,000 worth of healthy choices pudding. Anderson received approval from Phillips and Healthy Choice to adapt Phillips' story into the film. Um, where were we? Where were we? Yes, a major source of inspiration for Punch Drunk Love came from the films of Jacques Tati, while Barry's Blue Suit was inspired by musicals such as The Bandwagon and Singing in the Rain. Filming and editing took place over a year and a half due to several reasons, such as Anderson scrapping the first 2 weeks of shooting over fears that he was making the same movie as his previous filmography, as well as the threat of Hollywood strikes in 2001 that led to Sandler and Watson filming other projects in between filming Punch Drunk Love. Anderson declined more funding from Revolution Studios as he was determined to keep the film under $30 million in terms of budget. Oops. Um. All right. So the casting. Sandler shared phone numbers with Tom Cruise when he visited Saturday Night Live during the taping of an episode hosted by Cruise's then wife Nicole Kidman. While filming Magnolia, Anderson contacted Sandler through a phone call with Cruise and expressed his intention to write a film for him. And despite being unfamiliar with Anderson, and sorry for the loud car, folks, with Anderson, um, let me do this. All right. Yeah, despite being unfamiliar with Anderson, Sandler gave his blessing. Sandler was intimidated upon first viewing Magnolia, leading him to be fucking terrified and doubt his ability to carry Anderson's next film. Anderson helped alleviate Sandler's fears upon personally delivering the script. Sandler's casting was officially announced in November 2000. The unconventional pairing shocked reporters as Anderson was a filmmaker on the rise that wrote and directed critically acclaimed films, while Sandler was known for negatively reviewed mainstream comedies. As aside from the primary name cast, all on-screen actors are non-professionals, which Anderson found more interesting and less complicated. And we go to the music soundtrack to Punch Drunk Love. The score to Punch Drunk Love was composed by John Bryan. As with Magnolia, Bryan and Anderson collaborated heavily for the production of the film's score. However, rather than scoring the film after rough footage had been shot, Bryan made compositions while making the film. During the scoring process, Bryan would experiment with tones and sounds, carefully making note of what Anderson would respond to. Anderson would create the vocal tempos he would envision in the score and use them on set, even to the extent of inspiring the pace of Sandler's performance. The film score features no harmonium in the score outside of the notes Sandler plays on it. Bryan introduced the instrument to Anderson during their work on Magnolia. However, an article stating it was used heavily in the score is incorrect per Bryan's account. Many scenes between Sandler's character and the instrument were inspired by Bryan. For instance, Bryan once found a harmonium with a hole in its bellows before going on tour with Amy Mann to fix the problem. He covered the hole with duct tape. The situation is mirrored in the film. All right, let's go to the reception. Yeah, as I said, the film began a limited domestic release on October 11th, 2002, grossing $118,539 from five theaters. It went on to gross $17.8 million in the United States and an international total of $6.8 million for a worldwide box office total of $24.6 million. All right. On review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, the film holds an approval rating of 79%, based on 197 reviews with an average rating of 7.40 out of 10. The website's critical consensus states odd, touching, and unique. Punch Drunk Love is also delightfully funny, utilizing Sandler's comic persona to explore the life of a lonely guy who finds love. On Metacritic, the film has a weighted average score of 78 out of 100 based on 37 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of D plus on an A plus to F scale. Writing for Rolling Stone, Peter Travers felt the pairing of Anderson and Sandler was parallel lines that meet triumphantly in a mesmerizer that stays true to both of their anarchic, archaic spirits. Excuse me, and praised the cast's performances, ultimately calling the film's effect intoxicating. Angie Arrigo of Empire complimented Anderson's direction as simply captivating and exquisitely controlled with a restless mood and no end of fascinating, beautifully orchestrated oddness. And said one of the joys of this film is that you really have no idea what's going to happen next. Daniel Fireman of Entertainment Weekly thought the film was a meditation on true love, ways in which we are all bizarre, the magic of the perfect match, and the prepos- pre- preposterously um, unlikely nature of the whole enterprise. Los Angeles Times' Kenneth Turan stated that the film was a comedy of discomfort and rage that turns unexpectedly sweet and pure. Writing for Variety, Todd McCarthy said that there is no mistaking the exceeding creativity that has gone into nearly every shot, transition, narrative choice, and musical selection, and praised Adam Sandler, Emily Watson, and Philip Seymour Hoffman's performances. He also opined that Sandler fans will probably take it as a lightweight or agreeable enough outing with slightly weird elements to it. While Anderson partisans could split between those who will revel in the thrill of his ongoing creative inventions and others who may find this light lifting between heavy workouts. Charles Taylor of Saloon.com described the film as a manic depressive romantic comedy that aspires to the soul of a musical and complimented Anderson's direction. Um, um, Christopher Scarabozio's sound design and John Bryan's score. He believed that Anderson properly utilized the threat of sudden, bellowing, red faced rage of Sandler's known comic persona in the film. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. David Anson of Newsweek described the film as a romantic comedy on the verge of a nervous breakdown, praising the film's unpredictability and cinematography, but, but felt Lena was um, underwritten, concluding that it was an emotional jigsaw puzzle that's missing a couple of crucial pieces. Giving the film 3 stars out of 5, Peter Bradshaw of The Guardian felt the story was deeply unconvincing and a shortcut to an entirely unearned emotional resolution that doesn't begin to illuminate the jagged and disturbing and griping ideas that swirl around the beginning of this film, and felt the film's core romance was the most bafflingly unreal love story you can imagine. Sandler's lead performance received acclaim, giving the film 3.5 stars out of 4. Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times praised Sandler's performance in his review, saying Sandler liberated from the constraints of formula, re- reveals unexpected depths as an actor. Watching this film, you can imagine him in Dennis Hopper roles. He has darkness, obsession, and power. He can't go on making those moronic comedies forever, can he? Arrigo called the film an anti-Adam Sandler movie that proves to be a highly defining moment for the actor, and called Sandler's performance astonishing. She also felt Watson was relish, relishing, relishing, a common character who is on an even keel. Entertainment Weekly's Owen Gleiberman says Sandler was utterly winning to watch and added that he has become a tender and arresting presence, like a fusion of Chaplin's Little Tramp, Woody Allen, and Edward Scissorhands. Um, Desson Thompson of the Washington Post proclaimed that Sandler gave the performance of his life in the film. All right, we go to the accolades. Sandler went on to win Best Actor um, at the Gion International Film Festival for his performance, and was also nominated for the Golden Globe Award for Best Actor, Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. Anderson won the award for Best Director at the 2002 Cannes Film Festival, and the film was nominated for the Palme d'Or. The film was nominated for the Grand Prix of the Belgian Syndicate of Cinema Critics. Well, speaking of Cannes Film Festival, uh, Paul Thomas Anderson won for Best Director. Yeah, Punch Drunk Love got a nomination for Palme d'Or. And of course, Best Actor, um, Golden Globe, Best Actor, Motion Picture, Comedy. Yeah, Best Motion Picture, Comedy, uh, Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. Adam Sandler. Yeah, he won. He also got a nomination for the Golden Globe and MTV Awards for Best Kiss, uh, and of course a nomination. Yeah, so there you have it right there. And supporting actress is Emily Watson. She won for Best Supporting Actress in the Toronto Film Critics Association, and of course got a nomination for Vancouver Film Critics Circle. All right, all right. So I don't know about the legacy of this shit, though, man. This is crazy. 20th anniversary, damn. So it's been 22 years. Shit, damn. All right, let's go on to the next movie. Let's go on to the next movie. Um, 21 and Over. It's a 2013 American comedy film written and directed by John Lucas and Scott Moore in their directorial debut. The film stars Justin Chon, Miles Teller, and Skylar Astin, and follows a trio of friends who go out drinking to celebrate one of their 21st birthdays despite having a medical school interview the following morning. The film was released on March 1st, 2013, and received generally negative reviews from critics with a gross of $48 million. Yeah. Um, yeah, so Sarah Wright is in this movie as well. So the budget for this rated R film is between 10 to $13 million, and it made $48.1 million. All right, let's go to the reception right here. The film was released on March 1st, 2013, opening on 2,771 screens and grossing $8.7 million during its opening weekend. It took in a $45.5 million worldwide total. Critical reaction on Rotten Tomatoes: the film has an approval rating of 27% based on 109 reviews and an average rating of 4.3 out of 10. The site's critics' consensus reads, though it strives to mimic The Hangover, 21 and Over is too predictable, too unabashedly profane, and too too inconsistently funny to carry the torch. On Metacritic, the film has a weighted average score of 34 out of 100 based on 21 critics, indicating generally unfavorable reviews. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of B on an A plus to F scale. You know something? You know something, folks. I feel like 21 and over, 21 and over. Yeah, it tries too hard to think to be like the Hangover franchise, which which is kind of true. It's kind of true though, man. But I will admit that when I watched that movie, it was pretty. It was pretty funny though, man. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, people don't just go see movies based on the critics and Rotten Tomatoes. They do that to actually, see um, not just how good the movie is, but also the humor behind it though. So that's just my take on that shit right there. So another movie, the Rum Diary rated R film. All right, so the Rum Diary, the rated R film, is a 2011 American comedy drama film written and directed by Bruce Robinson, based on the 1998 novel of the same name by Hunter S. Thompson. The film stars Johnny Depp, Aaron Eckhart, Michael Rispoli, Amber Heard, Richard Jenkins, and Giovanni Ribisi. Yeah, yeah, how about that? All right, so the film, wow, the budget of the film was $45 million, but unfortunately, it only made $30.1 million. Damn, that's sad, man. That's sad. That shit is so fucking sad, man. That shit is so fucking sad. Damn, man. Damn. Why they gotta do Johnny Depp like that, man? Oh shit. All right. On review aggregated Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval rating of 51% based on 169 reviews, With a rating average of 5.7 out of 10, the website's critical consensus reads, "It's colorful and admirable enough, and Depp's heart is clearly in the right place." But the Rum Diary fails to add sufficient focus to its rambling source material. Metacritic, which assigns a weighted average score to review, gives the film a score of 56 out of 10. Based on 37 critics indicating mixed or average reviews, audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film a C on an A plus to F scale. Wyatt Williams, writing for Creative Loafing, argues that the movie version amounts to Thompson's whole vision of journalism glossed and made plain by Hollywood. Sheesh. Damn, son. Yeah, you gotta feel for the guy, man. You really have to feel for the guy. You really gotta feel for the guy though, man. You really do. Damn, son, they really did Johnny Depp. They really did Johnny Depp wrong here, man. With the stupid reviews, man. Fuck the damn reviews. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the damn reviews. Yeah. Let me see. Um, yeah, I'd like to go over. As a matter of fact, I would like to go over. Let's see. Jeez. Um, I'd like to go over Drink Champs before I go into the video games segment. Let's see. You know what's interesting though about Drink Champs by Nori and DJ EFN. I started watching the episodes whatsoever, but the thing is, man, with the whole idea of drinking Tiger Bone, which is so crazy though, man. Oh my gosh. Oh man, this is so crazy and funny though, man. You know what I mean? Very funny. Oh man. Yeah, this is so fucking crazy and funny though, man. I have to say it's I gotta say, man. Anyway, man, for those of you who may not know what Drink Champs is about, um Nori, formerly Noriega, is an American hip hop and reggaeton recording artist from Queens, New York City. Nori first rose to prominence as one half of the East Coast hip hop duo Capone Noriega, um, known as CNN, not the channel on cable TV, alongside fellow Queens-based rapper Capone. He would also have success as a solo artist with the singles Super Thug, Banned from TV, Nothing, Oi Mi Canto, and Mass Miles. Nori has released music under various record labels, including Penalty, Rock La Familia, Def Jam, and Baby Grande Records. In June 2011, it was announced Santiago partnered with fellow American rapper Busta Rhymes conglomerate label where he released his 2013 album Student of the Game, issued under E1 Music. Nori is also chief executive officer of his own imprint, Militant Business. And of course, DJ EFN, co founder and host, is an American record label executive and DJ based in Miami who specializes in hip hop since the early 1990s, operating most often under the banner of Crazy Hood Productions. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. Wait a damn minute. Crazy Hood Productions. Wow. Wow. Oh shit. Oh man. Yes, so EFN has worked in the hip hop industry in a variety of capacities, including as a mixtape producer, album producer, and A&R consultant, radio host, marketing and promotions specialist, clothing retailer, artist manager, and film producer. In the fall of 2004, Boston's True magazine noted Crazy Hood Productions remains a pillar in Miami as it has been for the better part of 10 years. Oh, wow. Yeah, let's see. So let me see. Yeah, so there you have it right there. You know, hold on a minute. Maybe, yeah, I just want to actually figure out, I want to figure out something. I actually wanted to actually find out for those of you who may not know what Drink Champs is about, though, man, I'm about to look for the synopsis for this, actually. Give me 1 second. So, all right, hold on. All right, so let me see. So, legendary Queens rapper turned show host Nori teams up with Miami hip hop pioneer DJ EFN for a night of boozy conversation and bolsterish storytelling. The host and guests engage together in fun, lighthearted conversation as they look back at their paths to success, highlighting their lives, friendships, and iconic moments with their career. In this unfiltered series, drinks are flowing and jokes are rolling. You can take a seat at the table with Nori and EFN on Drink Champs. Make sure you check out Drink Champs on Spotify, um, Odyssey, Audible, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Revolt, wherever you listen and get your podcasts. All right. All right. Now that I got that out the way, let's get into let's get into some upcoming games and stuff that we need to get to right here. Let's see. Um, okay. Okay, hold on a second here. Hold on. All right, we're gonna go to the video game chamber based on some upcoming games and which one's coming out this year. Since we are in the month of August, so let's get into the video game chamber right now. All right, on to some upcoming games that's coming out this year in the month of August. We're gonna get into it right here. All right, so let's get into some stuff right here. Let's see. Jeez, let me see. Damn. Damn. Oh no! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? After 33 thrilling years of bringing you the latest news, reviews, and insights from the ever evolving world of gaming, it is with a heavy heart that we announce the closure of Game Informer. From the early days of pixelated adventures to today's immersive virtual realms, we've been honored to share this incredible journey with you, our loyal readers. While our presses may stop, the passion for gaming that we've cultivated together will continue to live on. Thank you for being a part of our epic quest, and may your own gaming adventures never end. Damn, that sucks. Okay, all right, yeah. Oh boy, that has to suck, man. That has to really, really, really suck, though, man. I guess I can actually find out some stuff here, though. Let's see. Jeez, man. Well, let's see. Let's see. Any upcoming? Let's see. If there's any. It's caught me by surprise. This caught me by surprise, folks. So forgive me. I'm trying to really get some more information in regards to some upcoming games and all that great stuff right there. So I do apologize for that unexpected closure of the Game Informer. So um, trying to look for something. Trying to look for something that's okay for the month of August. Damn, this is crazy, man. This is very crazy, 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 crazy. Like wow. Um, for yeah, this is sad. Um, all right. Upcoming games, news and shit. So, all right. Let's see. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's do video games releasing in August 2024. Let's see. Boy, oh boy. Yeah. All right. I don't think anybody cares about anything Star Wars related, so I'm just gonna skip that. Um, I'm skipping the Star Wars Outlaw thing. Anyway, man. All right, some upcoming games that's coming out this month. You have Black Myth, Wukong. Platforms includes um, PC, PlayStation, Xbox. Black Myth Wukong is an action RPG rooted in Chinese mythology, set out as the destined one on a quest westward, exploring a gorgeous realm brimming with wonder, tempting your mastery of weapons and spells against larger than life foes. Equip gear to suit your playstyle and counter the enemy's unique strengths as you charge through the lands, uncovering truth veiled by past legends. The developers of Black Myth are skirting around Dark Souls comparison, and even though gameplay sure looks so like Souls like. All right. The hell? What the hell? So, all right. So, Conquered coming out August 23rd for PC and PlayStation. New hero shooter emerges. Think Overwatch or Valorant, but developed by PlayStation. In Conquered, players select from a diverse roster of guns for hire, each with unique skills, personalities, and abilities. Form a team with friends to engage in a series of first person 5 versus 5 objective and respawn based modes. Okay, we're looking for something interesting. So we have to look, we're looking for something interesting here, though, man. So let's see. All right, so we have Dustborn. Dustborn, actually. So this is for what is this? Nintendo. So Dustborn for PC, PlayStation, Xbox. Release date is August 20th. Dustborn is an action adventure game about hope, love, friendship, robots, and the power of words. Travel through the stunning neo-western landscape of alt history America on a tour bus while posing as a punk rock band, but your real quest is transporting an important package. Um, Harness words as weapons, fight with shouts, manipulate foes, and talk your way out of hairy situations. Build a crew, complete missions, manage relationships, and throw a Molotov cocktail or two. The Precinct comes out August 15th for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. A love letter to classic cop movies, The Precinct combines rich police detail with action sandbox spectacle. Patrol the streets and respond to call-outs to stop criminals, petty and powerful. Choose your tactics in chases and shootouts. Feel the power struggle as you interfere with street gangs in a living city full of procedurally generated crimes, from parking infringements to bank heists, street racing, and drug deals. This is the 1980s East Coast in all its neon noir glory. That shit, that shit reminds me of the Grand Theft Auto games. That's what it sounds like to me, actually. Let's see. We got Madden NFL 25 for PC, PlayStation, Xbox. Release date uh, August 16th. Madden FL, excuse me, NFL. Madden NFL 25 lets you dominate the gridiron like a bona fide NFL superstar. The next iteration of this yearly franchise packs a swell of upgrades, including a new dynamics physics based tackling system, a re-engineered hit stick, and a new ball carrier balance and recovery system for true to life motion and physical outcomes. Jump into varied modes like the returning Ultimate Team franchise and online head to head. For those looking to live that virtual glory, a new narrative system lets you personalize stories during the on and off seasons and even during draft night, all complemented by fresh and authentic sights and sounds. All right, let's see. All right, so these are the release dates for August actually. So I'm actually gonna Bare Butt Boxing for PC and Nintendo Switch came out already. Dwarf PlayStation 5 already came out already. Uh, Yesterday actually. Mars 2120 for PC, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox, um, Xbox, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch already came out already. I don't know how many people are paying attention to any of the Star Wars games, but I'll just go through it. Star Wars Bounty Hunter, PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox, Xbox One, Switch already came out already. So, you know what I'm saying? Um, and let's see. Let's see. We have Arrow the Acrobat, PS5, PS4, Xbox, Xbox One, Switch, and August already came out yesterday. August 6th is CYGNI, All Guns Blazing, for PC, PS5, Xbox, August 6th. Also on the 6th is Eden Genesis, PC, PS5, Xbox, and Xbox One. Pepper Grinder, PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox, and Xbox One. Um, and I will handle the rest of the games next week. This is from um, a website that I'm using, which is MSN.com, and it includes the video game releases and all the other stuff. So I actually have to. There's any, I don't know if there's any more, but let's see. If there's any more, I should actually think about. So let's see what the hell's going on. What the hell is going on here? Um, Here, forgive me, folks. Trying to see if I can gather more information about some upcoming games, especially in the upcoming months that's coming up. So it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to actually do my best for it, though. So let's see what's going on here. Gosh. Yeah. Um, all right. I'm probably going to actually. Yeah, I'll do this. I'll do this next week, though, man. The rest of the games is coming up, though. The other games is coming out, though. So, all right. Let me check to see how much time we got here. Oh boy. You know what? what I'm gonna do, what I am going to do actually, I was gonna wrap up, but um, seems like I haven't done this actually. So, before I go into stream choices on the go, I want to actually do a little something called podcast free game mechanisms. This is where I actually give you some tips on. This is where I give you some tips on the types of equipment that you need and all the great stuff right there. So I'm actually going to get into it right here. So here it is. Um, if I can find it though. Hang on. All right. Some podcast free game mechanisms. This is where I give you some tips on the types of equipment that you need and for starting a podcast if you'd like to start one. So there's some key important equipment that you need actually. And you don't necessarily need a fancy recording studio to actually record podcast episodes. All you need are a microphone, you need headphones, you need your trusty laptop right here, like I'm using right here right now. You also need you also need a supporting software for your YouTube videos, which is you can you can use StreamYard, you can use Streamlabs, um, you can use yeah these are the two options that I have right now, and also some tips in you know doing your episodes and all that stuff. The most important thing that you need to know as a host of your own podcast is to be yourself. Don't worry about trying to please everybody else, including the listeners and all that other stuff whatsoever. And I was listening to the Baller Alert Show podcast on YouTube actually, and what I find interesting in what Ella Kluge was saying, as far as like monet, monetizing your content, or how they say monetization. First and foremost, you have to ask yourself this question though, man. Which one is more important? You having fun with your podcast on a consistency basis, or monetizing your content and worrying about money and just doing it for the moment. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You can't do both, right? Um, Another thing that I take from it, though, man, like when you love doing what you started, what you created, and all that other stuff whatsoever, you got to keep going. You don't necessarily need validation to other people. You got to validate yourself. You have to make sure you get the topics that you want to talk about. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean political. I don't do politics. This is not a political. This is not a political podcast. This is an entertainment podcast. You know what I'm saying. And if you love what you do, keep going. Don't lose the passion. Don't lose confidence. You got to be confident and be on your consistency basis, creatively, mentally, physically, and spiritually. All right. No matter how doesn't matter how many subscribers you have on YouTube or anything like that, though, man. All these things are going to come. It just comes with growth in time. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just my way of telling you not to give up on yourself. Right? So there you have it right there, man. And also another tip that um, I want to give out is um, I put up a statement in regards to what a podcast is on Threads, right? Um, and basically, it's pertaining to what a podcast is. Now, I'm going to say it right here. Actually, a podcast is not just based on audio recordings; it's also based on video recordings for the digital live stream of the internet. And a little fun fact here that podcasts are under the media category. You feel what I'm saying, folks? Don't let anybody tell you not to call it a podcast or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter if it's a celebrity or anybody else that you hear whatsoever, though, man. So don't worry about everybody else. You can't make everybody happy, just to let you know, folks. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it, man. The podcast free game mechanisms. I will try to come up with some more tips and stuff and for the segment and all that other stuff. So there you have it. Okay. Last but not least, hold on a second. Last but not least, stream choices on the go. All right, here we go. Stream choices on the go. Let's do this. Yes, be sure to follow Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast on Threads and Instagram, alongside with my other podcast shows that I do, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast. I just dropped off episode 76 and 77 this week on Wednesday. 76 was on Wednesday and 77 on Thursday, which was yesterday. After I get off the air, I am going to drop off episode 340 for my other podcast show that you can follow. Make sure you follow my sports platform on the gram, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, which is also on there as well. Um, Now, in case anybody's wondering what TLKS stands for, it stands for Talks. All right. You can also follow Off the Meat Rat Chains NY podcast, aka Off the Meat Rat Chains New York Avenue podcast. All right. You can also follow me on the gram and threads as well, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. All right. Turn your notifications so you never know when I might be coming back to Instagram Live after I get myself a new Android tablet. I will do a rundown of the recap topics of not only in this entertainment podcast platform, but my other podcast platforms, my sports platform, and my comedy podcast. Right. So if you go to the link in bio of the podcast show page where it says Linktree slash um, Meticulous Values podcast, you're gonna see a whole list of audio streaming platforms and visuals. Make sure you subscribe to each and every platform that I'm going to mention, and I'm going to mention some other YouTube channels as well that you can subscribe to. Um, so stick around for that one. Starting with Odyssey, Audible, Amazon Music, Breaker, Bullhorn FM, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Overhaul FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podfriend, Podhound, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Podvine, Snip, Spotify for podcasters, which is now integrated with Riverside FM, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Fountain, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the number one app where you can listen to music, radio, and podcast episodes for free. You don't need a debit card or credit card to download iHeartRadio. All you need to do is subscribe on iHeartRadio and other streaming platforms, and also do the same with YouTube. Make sure you grab the subscribe button for me on the Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast show page, and enable alerts so you be notified on when each episode is going to be going on the air via live stream, with the date, day, and time that is going to be uploaded to the YouTube channel page. Be sure to leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and the review topics of this entertainment show right here. All right? Tell me how you feel about the reviews of the topics in today's episode and previous episodes whatsoever. You can catch up on the episodes by listening, streaming, and watching the episodes. Be sure to share. Be sure to download. Be sure to add the episodes to your playlist, and of course, enable alerts for new episodes dropping on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Right? Also, subscribe to my sports YouTube channel page, Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks Podcast. Yes, I'm going to say this again. Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks Podcast, my sports YouTube channel page. Be sure to subscribe on there, as well as enable alerts for upcoming live streams, live video podcast episodes, and of course my other YouTube channel page for live podcast episodes for Off the Meat Rat Chains New York Avenue podcast. Be sure to subscribe on there, and of course be sure to leave a like and a comment and everything else in between. And like I said, man, be sure to tell a friend to another friend, and be sure to take the time to actually listen on every streaming platform that I just mentioned, including Spotify for podcasters, Spotify, Odyssey, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, YouTube, wherever you listen and get your podcasts. All right. Be sure to tell a friend to another friend. Share the podcast. Share the podcast by spreading the word, sharing the Linktree link with Linktree/Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast with your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, girlfriends, friends, people you're cool with from work, and anywhere else where you meet new people. All right. So I am going to be out of here right now. I'm your man G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, rhymes with generator. Yeah, thank you so much for listening to the 125th episode of the review show. The review show of Entertainment Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast. Right? Remember, the grind doesn't stop. Hard work pays off. Hard work pays off. And the title of the episode is Got Sauce. In case anybody's wondering, Got Sauce, which is dedicated to drink champs. Yes, the grind doesn't stop. Hard work pays off. If you want something, you have to work hard and earn it, because it's not going to be given to you on a fucking silver platter. All right. What you want to do is be sure to tune in to the episodes, catch up on the episodes. Be sure to find your niche. Be confident in what you're trying to do, whether it's a podcast, like I said in the podcast free game mechanisms before. Don't let anybody tell you to not call it a podcast when clearly it is part of the media category. You feel me? You know what I'm saying, folks? Also, be sure to be on your P's and Q's on a consistency basis. Put in all the work that you need to put in your content. Be yourself creatively, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. That gets you into your zone alongside with tunnel vision. You need to validate yourself. Nobody's going to validate you but you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there you have it, man. I'm out of here. Peace and one love. I'll be back with another episode. Hopefully, I'll be able to find another website for upcoming video games for the month of August and the rest of the months of this year. I did find one. Which is GameSpot. So that'll be my new spot to tell you some upcoming games that's coming out, and if there's any reviews or whatever, I'll actually look into it. You know what I mean? So there you have it, man. Peace and one love. I appreciate every single one of you, and for understanding what I've been going through and everything else in between. I appreciate your patience and for you to take the time to listen to this podcast platform. You could have listened to any other podcast in the whole world, but you chose to listen to this podcast. The entertainment platform review show of Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast. All right. I'm out of here. I hope y'all stay cool and stay liquid, stay hydrated with water, Gatorade with electrolytes, or any other drinks that you drink with electrolytes. Be sure to have your air conditioner on, like I'm doing right now, and if you have to be at work or whatever, be sure to wear a lot of clothes and all that great stuff right there. And be careful out there on the streets with all these slashers, knuckleheads trying to ruin everybody's trip on subway stations and all that stuff right there. So, I'm going to skedaddle out of here. Peace and one love, man. I'll see y'all on the flip side and see y'all next time. Same place, same entertainment review show channel. Good night, everybody.